Hi, everyone. Welcome back again to the Faces of ALX SE podcast. As you know, we are the people who bring to you the software engineering students from the ALX classes and show you the great things they're doing out there. Today, we'd like to celebrate one of the most outstanding portfolio projects, and I'm looking forward to going through this journey with you. My name is Terry Nafula, and I'll be your host for today, and meet Raymond, who will be telling us a lot more about what he did as he was about to finish his ALX SE journey through his portfolio project. So Raymond, who are you? Okay, I know that's hard to answer.
It's okay.
But tell us about you. Yeah.
Yeah, so my name is Raymond Stancillous. I'm a software engineer. Yeah, I'm a full stack software engineer. I just completed my 12-month ALX program in March. Yeah, before that I was doing actuarial science back in your end, but then it got to a point and I kind of got the spark or the interest really to just kind of pursue or go into the tech world, of which I did. And it's been nothing short of amazing. And I'm loving this space, I have to say, yeah.
So what are you currently hoping to do with your software engineering skills? Or are you already working? What's happening for you right now?
Also, currently I have a few interviews going on for me, but I'm here to kind of land a role. But hopefully,
you're gonna learn one. With this portfolio project, how can you not learn one? Anyway, yes, to our viewers, Raymond was an outstanding student during his software engineering classes, and that's why he is on this talk show today with us. And basically, portfolio projects. Raymond, you should tell us, what is a portfolio project? I know what it is, but I want the student to let us know how big his accomplishment was by showing us how he moved this mountain. A lot of students are always feeling like this is their biggest challenge throughout the SE journey. So seeing people who do it excellently, always tell me how you did it, but first tell us what is it, and then after that, tell us how you did it. Yeah.
Okay. So a portfolio project, it's just a way to kind of make sure whatever you've it's just a way to kind of allow you to put into practice whatever you've learned. I'm sure most of you have heard of the term tutorial hell. So maybe if you kind of really like watching YouTube tutorials, you'd reach a point and you hear something like tutorial hell, where you kind of just watching a video after another one. And they kind of the way to get out of that is get your hands dirty, find a project that you can work on, see if the skills or whatever you've learned, if you can apply them in a real world application. So that's what a portfolio project is. Kind of just allows you to use whatever you've learned in the 12 months that you've been exposed to the different technologies. So that's
thank you.
What it is.
Yeah, so I do know that for every student who goes through the software engineering journey, they have to do a portfolio project, something of their choice, something in tech that they can create. And he created a really, really cool app, and he's going to tell us about it. Tell us basically what is its name and how does it work?
Sure. The name of my portfolio project is Exceed Shop. So it's an e-commerce site, fully developed e-commerce site. The front end was developed in Next.js, so that's a framework of Vue.js. The backend, I did the backend in Django. Oh, it was a team project actually, my friend and I. So we did the backend in Django, and we used a MySQL database. Those are the kind of the top three, languages that we used among other tiny libraries. But yeah, it's an e-commerce site, so basically it's like Jumia, but it's a web application, so you can only access it via the web. You go to the web or your browser, Chrome or Brave, type in shop.stancillous.com, and voila, there it is. So yeah, it's an e-commerce site. It allows I'd say shop owners or anyone who has a product that they want to sell over the internet to do that, because we develop everything. So the only thing you have to do as an admin of the shop owner is log into your dashboard, add the products that you want to sell, maybe add a few descriptions or anything you want to do, and the products will be shown on there.
All right.
Will be shown on the user interface on the UI. So yeah.
So my key question.
So,
Out of all the possible projects you could have carried out, why did you pick this one? Why did you pick one that works with e-commerce and all these things? Was it the easiest, or I'm joking?
It wasn't really. Yes, it was really a tough. Yeah, we had like 3 or 4 projects that we had in mind. My project partner and I. So the two that took the topmost like position were this e-commerce site, and the other one was a typing application. So I don't know if anyone of you is like really into typing. There's a website called takeover.com. So we kind of like wanted to implement something like that. But then the reason we stuck to the Exit Shop, the e-commerce site, is we saw that this is a project or a product that even after the course or after the program, we could kind of like let me say sell the product to shop owners or basically shop owners or anyone who would want to sell anything over the internet. So we were like, we could go with the Takeover one, but the e-commerce site seems kind of like it could bring a few coins into our pockets, so we said that's why.
Software engineer, actuarial scientist, entrepreneur. What else? Tell us. Anyway, that's really smart. That's really smart. Makes sense. So, while you were creating this project, what were some of the most challenging moments you had? And did you have any moments of like giving up, or is this thing going to work? Is it going to jam? And if you did, what were they, and how did you get past them?
Yeah, I ran into a number of challenges. Should I say it's inevitable. Yeah, I did run into a number of challenges. Maybe one that I was really not anticipating was working in teams, because earlier I was more of the bedroom developer, so kind of like working alone, building products alone.
One man army.
I had to. One man army, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I was forced to kind of like work with someone else, get their ideas. Maybe you think like you've worked on a feature and it's really cool, and you ask your partner, they're like, I think we could, maybe make it better or tweak, and you're like, why? I think it's perfect. So you kind of like have to find that balance, between you and your partner. So at the end of the day, you realize that they're just trying to make the app better. So working in teams definitely was a big challenge for me. Running into merge conflicts. I'm sure every SE that's worked in teams has experienced that. So the merge conflicts. The other things I'd say just technical challenges. So one, I think I can talk about this one. There's a tiny one that I really struggled with for like hours.
Tell us.
Hours, I mean days. 48 to 72 hours, so like 2 to 3 days.
Jesus
I was trying to. It's really that how.
Did you eat? Did you sleep?
Sorry?
Did you eat? Did you sleep? Okay. Okay.
I did sleep. So I was using Next.js for the front end, right? And I was trying to kind of like protect some features or some pages to be only visible to users that have signed in. And I realized that with Next.js, there's a feature called like using middleware, but it wasn't really maybe checking the documentations or whatnot. Wasn't really descriptive, and the moment you get your hands dirty and write the code, you see that it's not really easy to implement. So I had to get into the groups that I was, maybe the WhatsApp groups, throwing the question like, hey, does anyone know how to kind of like implement this? On Twitter, maybe ask a few friends, and ultimately, but that was like 2 to 3 days of struggling, and then I was like, maybe I need to kind of like get some help with this. And eventually I did get a friend of mine. We had a quick call. Okay, not really a quick call. It was like 1 hour. So it was tough.
Quick compared to 72 hours.
That was the 72 hours that I was struggling with. So I'd say mostly were just the technical challenges, and maybe getting your partner, since it was a team project. You're just supposed to work with your partner on a feature, and the time that you've maybe kind of like, should I say, put aside to do that, maybe your friend isn't present, or maybe I'm not present in the anticipated feature. So there was a number of projects challenges, but those are some of the few that kind of like,
so
should I say.
So you, number one, your best way of overcoming your challenges was reaching out for help, like not being afraid to actually ask for help. You didn't die alone.
Right. That's something I'd never done before, like going into WhatsApp groups that maybe I don't really know anyone, and I'm like, hey guys, I'm stuck, kindly.
Yeah.
I really had to do that.
Yes, I understand you're in the cohort 12 class. Cohort 13 just recently graduated, and all of them kept repeating about how team support has gotten them through this journey. And clearly for you, the test was in the final lap where you had to do a project with someone and you were forced to actually get help. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, what makes you do you still believe this app can get you money? Has it started getting you money? And not that's a side question, but but feel free to answer it.
Yeah, so the way I kind of went about it is, I was on I'm on Instagram, and on Instagram people run a number of ads, so I'd come across maybe ads by shop owners, So the approach that I took was kind of just messaging them and be like, hey, I have this product I think you'd be interested in. Maybe share with them their live link, And if they're interested, I ask them to, kind of reach out and we'll talk more. So yeah, currently I have let's say one, because the second one kind of went mute. But yeah, I have there's one that we are working on. So I'm hoping we'll kind of deliver the product to them. But yeah, I think even if it's some months after now, I'm pretty sure it's a product that will still be kind of should I say it won't really lose its value.
Yeah. What made you? Why do you think this project was the best or among the best of the projects that were carried out? From your perspective, were you surprised, or did you know this was a stellar project? You were like, I know when I do this, I'm gonna top the class. Yeah, why do you think this happened with your project?
I think it was a bit of both, being kind of yo, this is a really dope project, and at the same time now I've come across some really talented software engineers in the program, so I was they're building even better projects. But yeah, I'd say our project was really decent. I think maybe one thing that stood out to whoever reviewed the project was maybe how clean the interface was, because at the time everything had been developed. And yeah, we'd completed 90-95% of the project. So most of the features were working. Anyone could go could go on the web and type the name of our site, kind of try ordering, and everything everything worked perfectly. So I think that's what caught the reviewers' eyes, and some weeks later we got an email that your project was outstanding, and yeah. So I'd say we kind of knew it was a really dope project, but at the same time, I think it's the imposter syndrome. We're is it good enough? Maybe there's something we have to add, But yeah, at the end of the day, the product was live, and yeah, people loved it.
How do you get past the imposter syndrome? How do you get past the imposter syndrome? The whole feeling of you're actually not as good as people think you are. How do you get past that? Because I know it can be stifling sometimes. Mainly, actually, I don't think it's after the project. I think it's before or during the project. After you have the plan, and now you're now I need to get it done, and now I don't think I can get it done, and I feel like I'm in too deep to get out. How do you deal with that whole dilemma? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really. I wish I had a magic answer to look is do A plus A and do that won't happen. I really don't, but I have to say maybe taking breaks really helped, stepping away from the computer at times, because I'd really kind of spend a lot of hours in front of my desktop, just working, coding, doing the projects, and at times I just kind of decide, or my friends would advise me to, let's touch some grass, that phrase. So kind of step away from the comp. We interact with a few kind of other people, coders, and when you're out there, you see maybe whatever they're building and interact with them. Maybe share with them, whatever you're doing, and they're yo, I think I love your project or your product. So maybe kind of getting that, should I say, outward kind of like, not really motivation, but the words from other people that, whatever you're building, whatever you felt like wasn't enough, is really actually decent. I think that really, really helped, because I went to, a lot of hackathons. Not really a lot, but, as someone who's kind of like introverted or a bedroom developer, that was a lot for me. So yeah, and I, share my projects or whatever I'm working on with other people, and they'd love it. I'm like, how do you I'm surprised that they love it, and I was thinking that it wasn't really a decent or a cool project or product. But yeah, I'd say I wish I had a magic answer. But I really don't. And what really happens by this is that the imposter syndrome feeling comes in. Maybe should I say burst. I'd feel that way for a month, not really a month. I'd feel that way, then 2 months, 2 or 3 months later, get the same feeling. But yeah, I guess with time you kind of just learn how to, should I say, handle or overcome it. But yeah, it's definitely something that's there with us software engineers. I'm sure most other people in other fields. But yeah, it's a real problem. It's real. I'm a victim. A victim in quotes,
It's okay.
I've heard that.
We all are, in our own ways, in our own fields. We are victims, trust me. And I guess that's still powerful. I guess you'll figure it out. Your answer is simply reach out for help and just get out of your box, see what the world is doing, and people are always gonna see your light, even if you don't see it. And when they see it, listen to them. Don't listen to the voice in your head. Yeah. All right. That does make sense. So what would you say to a student who is in this journey of their SE journey? Because I believe you understand it way more than even I would. And the things that are going on in their minds, the things that, even how to make a decision on what project to make. What would you say to that student? What would you say to one that has made a decision and is struggling? So let's start with, what would you say to one that's trying to figure out what to do?
Also, that's someone that's already maybe in the program, or someone that
definitely someone in the program. It's time for them to create a portfolio project, but the decision making part is also really difficult, because you don't want to bite off more than you can chew, and you also don't want to under deliver. So how did you get to that point? Or what do you do? Do you look within? Do you ask people? Do you, is this an inborn talent? What's the easiest way to find what you'd be good at?
I think the best way to find a project to work on. That's a personal opinion. I think it's really looking, within, not really far, or maybe your environment. It shouldn't be. It doesn't have to be an alien, idea.
Yeah.
So for me, my project partner was someone that really works with a lot of computer shops, ordering them. Maybe products and selling it to the computer shops, and if you realize that most of them don't really have an online presence or an e-commerce site, so if you see that was an idea that was really within. We didn't have to look for the other three ideas that we wanted to work on, also fairly local, because the typing up, that was something that Brandon and I, my project partner Brandon and I, were really big on touch typing. So we were we can implement a similar site. So I'd say first just look within the environment you're in. Maybe if you have your parents there in a chama, and maybe most of their work is done manually, they have to write Rose contributed $100 this month or this week. Maybe that also could be a project idea. Sorry, we could build a really simple web app for them. So before trying to look for alien ideas, look within the environment, get other people's ideas, and I'd say that would be a good start for someone who's deciding on what to build right now. So really don't
look too far. The answer is always within you, around you, within you.
Yeah, definitely. That was also in the in the description when you're doing the project. You don't have to build something too big, and just find the perfect balance.
Yeah,
it will be good.
It will be good. All right. So thank you for honoring this invite, so that you tell us a bit about the good things you're doing. And I can tell you're going really, really far, the mindset that you have. And clearly, it's just about winning the battles in your mind whenever you're doing anything, I guess, and choosing to keep going, reaching out for help, and realizing this it's not a one army money journey. One army man journey. He was a bedroom developer and he had to get out of that place to just shine like he's shining right now. So yes, for whoever is listening to us, this is what it takes to make it. You're hearing it from the best of the best. Raymond from cohort 12. Okay, I'm being too much, but I still think it's true. And thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for honoring this invite, and thank you for being excellent at what you do. I believe your success is always going to shine on what Alex has actually done and is doing in the lives of people. And I'm sure Alex is proud to have had you as part of their journey. Yeah.
Too much.
All right.
Thanks.
All right then. So thank you for joining us. Thank you whoever is listening for listening to us. Remember, this is Faces of ALX SE. We share with you experiences that inspire you. We hope Raymond's story has inspired a student or an aspiring software engineering student to be a part of this journey, to pursue their dreams despite the hindrances and the difficulties that come up, and to just know that, you can actually make it. Stay tuned with us, and you can always follow us on Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on TikTok. Yeah, we're now on TikTok. And keep in touch. See the great things that are happening in people's lives. Good day to all of you. Bye-bye.